basically.
We've also known each other for like a long, long time.
G2
on defense, Lev on
they do have
attack.
a lot of tactics to be able to
Yeah,
generate
we'll kind of see who's there.
those early picks.
G2
Be there for last weekend. Oh yeah, then definitely.
Here, King is looking to just maintain control over towards that mid angle.
It's a mix-up from Lev, contacting fully in.
Almost anticipated. There is Thorns waiting for it. There's a flash being held at the
You would
contact.
imagine.
Meanwhile, over towards
I was going to say, you would imagine King's dead here, but he's got one.
With Trent finding it. Neon, though, flashed up into the corner. Hasn't stopped him just yet, though. He is still rattling off these shots and still finding kills for it. Spike takes up that horse
Lev
control.
pistol, maybe.
Good luck trying to root them out from a spot like this. Trent in a 1v3 to high-low. You can see Spike swinging immediately, perhaps off that contact. Not baited just yet. Waiting it out. Trent just trying to ISO and hope that he can hunt down at least one of these heads to find one player or two. Potential there.
That was doable.
Clear through them, but it's Leviathan at the end of the day with a pistol round.
They're getting it closer, man. Almost
here.
evening.
One of the hallmarks of trophy lifting teams is that they can adapt.
We do
post-game
interviews,
yeah. They want to approach the games.
We'll do a lot of post-game interviews.
You've seen Lev reinvent themselves. They do a complete contact, even into the defense smoke, before popping out on B, really messing with these ideas. Previously, they were very fast, very noisy, very aggressive at the start of these rounds, and they are putting twists and turns
Yeah,
to
I'm excited for that.
The prep and the anti-strat.
Definitely getting a Yampy for a
scary team.
A post-game interview.
Yeah, I didn't realize Lev had these.
I want to get Honor for a post-game interview, man.
Evolving before our very eyes.
Oh
Neon! If he went down, it wouldn't have been the biggest problem in the world. He's only carrying the Headhunter bullets, but he still takes 2 lives down and even gets out.
That's ridiculous. The first
shot was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's insane, bro. He's so good, man. Neon's so good, man.
There's a reason that's been nerfed. But Neon
get Alex. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do all the Paper X players, man.
They see that, yeah.
Definitely do Alex.
No resistance
Wenner as well be fun.
There's an orb to be grabbed if they want to really go for it, but deep onto the flank is a rapid approach. These G2 players getting a bit of a move on. It's going to be heard.
Benji, Kiko, yeah. Bonka will be fun.
Going for the spike plant. Looking to try to take these fights. As you said, he's looking to optimize. He's picked up the Ghost. He wants to take these duels.
Yeah, he's already 2 away.
And he's got the hot hand. Sato's been amazing in this
series.
No
man, Mr. 3K.
You've just cursed him live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. He gets the death. He's 1 away from his ultimate. He came into that with a Ghost. He's been working the magic when it matters.
Yeah, it is big. Spotting out the last 2 stragglers.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's Spike for you. Okay.
It's nice, man.
Just glides in and just decimates the opposition now. Big lead here for Lev. They came into this with honestly not that strong of a buy.
They keep it pretty clean on
some
this.
of these players are going to be saving a lot of money. Neon. He's got 5.4K.
God, that first shot is lovely, man.
Shots early, I mean. First one is just
sticks around the perfect amount as well.
And Neon's got so much talent. He really does. Sato's 1 away, like I said, from getting his ult online. But it's Spike, actually, that was the tip of the spear last time these 2 teams clashed on Pearl. In fact, it was both Neons. Jorgamo, too, on the attack side, was a monster.
Yeah, he's finding his moments. Bit delayed there with a C's overhead. There's no emphasis being placed by G2. They don't actually want to fight over this. It's just a feign and condition. Keep you guessing as to whether or not there is going to be some presence behind the C's for future rounds.
If you put people in advanced positions, if you play forward on defense, you offer opportunities for Lev to get those first picks. You are seeing a G2 that are entrenched in their positions, map after map. They are dropping back into the most defensive spots they can possibly play, even at barrier drop. This is not a normal way for G2 to play their defense, but they are adjusting to deal with Lev.
Jorg, speaking on this angle,
they're
multiple times in stage
kind of passive in terms of their info, G2. Lose A control.
Looking for info. Running back now.
No info over towards B.
Main avenue, and
a little weaker.
Down. The entrenched positions you were talking about.
Yeah, good horn. Yeah.
Not to be removed, and Jorg always keeping his movement ajar in terms of the positioning. Fast lane, and even found a little bit of a pocket. Not anticipated, but it is there. Reciprocated by King. Gets that kill online. A lot of damage done. Molly up towards that pit.
The TP up the top. That was pretty cool. Oh, what's going on here? Don't you last long. What is this?
Be careful here, but it's
Yeah, not too
sidestep for now.
Can they
Lev
counter
finding it
spam?
difficult to get in
sound
here.
out
Yeah,
of
the counter
sync.
spam from the Odin. This is going to be deadly. Lev, they don't want anything to do with it, actually. Calling for the mad dash.
Dude, it's a real late pivot on this one.
Thorn, stars, everything going to be waiting for them.
But they go around
The Fawns are going to
Viceroy.
wreck them unless you
They're
can
not
shoot them
giving
early.
the immediate
Mate, you got to break those
interaction
Fawns.
for Baby
From
Pop
it.
it off.
There's 12 seconds
Did
left,
he
though.
do it?
Vegas.
He
Gotta
didn't
try and find
do
a way
it,
back into
King.
this one. Baby Bay might be a critical
Bro, he had a
kill.
chance to
8
shoot
seconds
the
lay
Fawns. He
down.
ignored
And
it.
somehow he's finding it despite needs to be picked up. Sado, no choice now and no more time to work with. The round, I mean, fully won out. Baby Bay, what
King,
a
mate.
play.
Unmonitored by Leviatán. For whatever reason, they didn't think that Heaven would be the natural place that he would peek from. Looking to smoke it off, I suppose, rather than just hold it with guns out. Oh. And he takes the timing as the smoke blooms. And then the spam is just perfect.
It's perfect spam.
Yeah, the spam's
It really
good,
is.
but yeah, King really messed up this round.
Facepalm. He realizes he's
Did he
let that one
walked
slip
by
away.
the
They might have been
Fawns.
able to get the spike down on A.
And then
They're
the
worried
moment he
about
went
Trent.
to shoot it, then it got pumped. He had like,
Certainly, but
I don't know, he honestly had about 4 seconds
Keep
to
doing
shoot it.
chip damage on the
before-
bonuses. They do keep
before it was
softening up
popped.
G2's economy.
I mean, the economy the entire time in a series. Had rounds where both teams have been weakened. Trying to run the weaker weaponry sometimes, just mixing in the rifles.
I don't think Jogamo minds having the judge in his hand,
Yeah,
though.
probably not.
And Trent being able to keep the Odin, Baby being able to keep a rifle, it's not too bad out here.
Yeah. But Neon was saving up all of his pocket money, so he's got the operator now.
I don't know if the op is going to really find too much value because G2 are starting the rounds
I mean, they're so
far away. I mean, they are doubled up in secret currently. Jorg is the only player forwards, and you wouldn't want to mess with him here.
Hello, Peak.
Wait.
It's going to be disjointed, though, and with that judge. Hold on, this is difficulties. Fast lane. Won't do a lot to stop the bullets.
Good trade on this.
It's a good trade here by Spike.
Zeish, bro, how we doing?
Call again for the pause.
How about your
and again
big
the
win
slowdown,
today?
but this has been
Congrats, man.
at least evidence of it causing difficulties from that last round because the Thorns were a real problem.
Dude, in Paris as well,
Anytime
that's really
you can
big.
get Sado down early in the round. I mean, you heard us talking about his first kill to first death stats. They're ridiculous.
Zeish, have you got an assistant coach at the moment? What's going on over there?
Yeah, they've got a player
Or are you just solo?
the wall. It's only Trent here, but Trent was enough to stop the hit last time alone.
I mean, this is really
There's no way
tricky
you're solo
for
right now.
Leviathan right now. You've got to see if he can get a bit of a move on. It's a good tag. Trent's
It's
pushed
really
out
tough,
of
yeah, I
that
could
position where he
imagine.
could have just freely spammed with the Odin.
Must
Try
feel
and get
good,
them
though.
out and through. It's a big reveal onto the side, and they're not expecting it. It's still a spike will go down. Jumping and hopping around, making it difficult. The timing. Leaf completely jumps and pounces on the chance to collapse onto these players. It leaves it all into Neon's hands, but 1v4.
Yeah, it's the same.
Just for that operator, he's going to look to see if he can save it for another day.
Trent is looking so good here in his defensive positions over towards A. I don't know how he doesn't get caught in
Yeah,
that
Simon's
round.
helping you?
He's
Okay.
jumping
Okay.
back into secret, but Valen's got his back. But they are having to commit so many resources because G2 are so far back with their defensive setups. Lev are getting nothing for the first minute and a half of the round. And King has yet to adjust to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. At some point, he is going to realize, I can take a lot more space than I'm assuming. And that's the point, by the way, at which G2 can start changing things up themselves.
Start running those trap plays perhaps of their own.
But Trent has been a nightmare for them to deal with if they're looking to end over towards A. You have to commit so many resources to getting that Odin out of position.
Difference in terms of the setup defensively for G2
Oh,
again.
well
This time delayed with the recall.
I like the.
As the star's being used.
I like
Fight
this
can be
though.
taken,
Once
though,
they
out
realize
towards
they're
that main
fighting over
angle.
towards B, they go
Valen
heavy
is
over
gonna be
towards
cleaned
A,
up.
bro. You can
And
speed
they've
this
chosen
up.
an anti-eco to do
You
it.
can definitely
so now
speed this
there's
up.
a gun drop down
Yeah.
for Blozo King to try to pick up.
Potentially
Huge.
retrievable, and there it is.
That is dangerous. You do
It's
not
risky.
want to be
Once this
giving
happens
Blows
as
a
well,
gun.
though, he kind of
Do you not
kept
watch Haven?
the deep line here,
This guy was
so
doing
fake smoke
demonic
here at one
things.
point is going to be big.
And again, they call for just silence. I mean, Sado has earned up another big ult with the runner back once more.
Yeah, I think this defensive adjustment was one round too early for G2. Would have liked to see it in the next. I like the idea of the defensive mix-ups, but here it's put them down into a 4v5.
Leaving it all on Jorg's shoulders over towards B. He has the wall to give him a bit of peace of mind, but no one's holding Art. I mean, there's a world where they just circumvent all of it, walking straight past, but timing not taken. Lev going to use the recall to see if they can get all the way back in. No way!
He
messed up
dropped
the
off the wrong way.
Couldn't escape. Not from the sight line. It's Neon who just plucks him straight out of that picture, and now we see them making moves over towards that B site. Getting a bit of ground to plant down as well with no real pushback once more.
It's a cautious approach to this map.
They got to save.
Yeah. We saw Neon saving it
Damn,
the
that's
prior
a
round.
nice low
Looking to
buy.
hold on to the
Holy.
operator, and here G2 just trying to
Actually
hold
a
on to
low
this
buy?
weaponry.
Yeah, and normally best of fives when they get into this territory, you're map 4, map 5 potentially. You start to see teams just throw caution to the
2
wind.
gun
They wanna
upgrades.
speed things up. They get a bit antsy
So
because
far,
that
no
marathon,
damage.
you only have so much energy to expend doing this. But this has been a slow grind of a series between these squads, and they haven't been one-sided maps, to tell you that much.
No, I'd be surprised if Pearl was as well. Because the form that the LEV players are in currently, I'd expect them to do better than they did last time against G2. And for G2, a lot of that success came with having some really, really nice ideas on their attack to be able to set up Jorg. This half already showing how close it is. You're right, though, that there is this big gap in mid. This is, I think, why Jorgamo was playing with the Judge over towards Art a lot, because he's conditioned be afraid of Art. And so that pathing that the attackers
falling off like this is not good, man.
Back around
It's such an easy shot to hit.
King doesn't really want to go for it, I think, because you are worried about some kind of defensive setup in Art. G2's going to take a timeout here, though. They're not happy about how that round went. I mean, I would say that the defensive adjustment was a good idea, but maybe like a round too early. You do want to try to change up the tempo for G2. Something we've praised King for, right?
Yeah.
The tempo
Is
variation
attack or defense
is the
sided in
biggest
this
strength that Lev
matchup?
have.
In this matchup,
Learning
it's
to
attack sided.
evolve as a team over time, and King is an incredibly experienced IGL player.
Because Lev don't do info on the sides.
He's
The
lifted
G2 are going to have a good attack half.
Exactly. His leadership on display even now, as he's just commanding the timeout that G2 have taken.
I love the way that Ender put it as well. This is a player that has had incredible big names surrounding them. Aspas made it to top 3 in Champions with Aspas by his side. And now he's finding himself in a completely different scenario with players that, who knows, could be the next big thing, could be the next Aspas.
They're definitely looking like it. I
Dude,
mean, the
look at
numbers
this
that
money,
these guys
man.
are putting
The
up,
money's
there's been
good,
no
though.
slowing down at all, but other side of
Look
the
at everyone's
timeout,
money.
G2 to see if they get
Because of the
back
saves,
in
the money's
control
just out of
this
control,
one
yeah.
overall, because they need it.
Well,
They're on a chopping block at this point here.
give me a while until we get to that big round where, like,
Lining map of Pearl.
the
Let's see what this
ults
adjustment is.
have
Is
to
Josh
be
gonna
used,
get
I
them
guess.
to increase the tempo, go for trap plays, or just let
The
King
G2 doubling
slowly
down on the
bleed
round
that clock
before.
down on his own?
This time they're not in position to get wrecked in terms of
Pushing
the
up
fast
the pillar, though.
reaction.
Yeah, Duelist pushed up again as the recall star comes out. Sliggy sending it flying
What's
forwards. Stunned to see if they can stop anybody from taking that space. It does give them the peace of mind.
Big change up
nobody's
from
crossed up to the
how
box.
LEV is starting, right?
Lev like to take that
Just
space
their
with the
version of a
recon
switch
dart,
on
though.
their
Now they're on
default.
an incredibly long cooldown. 40 seconds before Blows would have that. Certainly not going to wait for it.
No.
Are LEV favorites to win
Spike
Masters?
normally will
Nah,
send
nah,
some
nah.
kind of stun to the back of pillar, but
It's
King's
Paper
been
X
wanting
and
them
it's
to
not even
contact a lot
close in
more in this
terms of the
match.
favorites.
There's that tech. It's like Jiggle. Just with the phone out, so don't give away too much of your body onto that angle. Trent just getting the information.
LEV
he was looking for.
get hit by the Neon now.
Orb has given up, conceded. Spike has got his overdrive as a result of it, and now steadily moving back over towards A. There's not a lot of space that Lev have got.
But Neon's holding angles over towards A, so at least he knows that Jorg isn't deep. And I think the read right now is Valen's holding really passive positions.
Yeah.
So we don't have to work too hard to get the space on the map back. But look at the clock, man.
Yeah, 35 seconds, man. There's Thorns to stunt and stop them once more. See how they deal with it. The flash is pretty good. It's going to be slowing them down. Now we see it. The Thorns going to be deaded preemptively.
Just
stop
because
them.
that recon got shot.
Molly into the back of it.
Takes
Spike
3
must at
extra
least
bits to
dominate
ease
some of
it
these
out of
smoke
them.
positions with Shorty in hand. Up towards that backside control, but Spam could be the name of the game. Blindly
not too
firing,
bad.
looking for what they can
Dude,
get
look
done.
at this
Lev took
late
that
lag.
plant. Where is King off to?
Yeah, he's going to put a
He's on the other
star
side of
down
the
on
map
this
right
one.
now.
It's one of those,
G2
it's one of those
increasing
not
Everybody's leaving away
great
from this.
plants,
I
by
mean,
the way.
Neon's gone down
As
towards
soon as they
main.
can clear one of
Gonna
these
start
sides, they can
potentially
just
play
defuse
around
on the
with
side
pull,
here.
but this is dangerous tidings for Lev.
Like, dude,
conceding a lot of the
they
space
could
now, and the
just
kills
stick
already
this.
flooding through for G2. Still Garden overlapped. This game of timings has been missed entirely, but no one's still onto the defuse. Has been watchful, but turned. King and accounted for. Defuse being stuck all the way. It doesn't matter about no flank timings. King caught in the end and Blows. Probably not long for the world on 20 HP.
I actually
G2
think I
getting
hate
Sars
this
back
plant
into it.
more than anything
It is
else
so
right
damn
now.
cautious.
Yeah, what a strange round. G2 are afraid to make any mistake before the plant goes down, and then Lev are afraid to make any mistake when the plant goes down. Both teams giving way too much respect to their opponent, in my opinion. You got to test the limits a little bit more than that.
Let's go!
Lev basically rolled out the red carpet for G2's retake there. And Baby Bay, after he grabbed the kill, ripping the steel garden. All but secures it.
Operator. Conditionally, like they're fighting over a lot of this space. The drone girl. LEV not bothered by it. It's good info as well.
Did you wait for an extra peek on this? Kind of nice.
Rest of LEV as well. They set their sights towards this lane angle. They're already deep past this point. So now putting the pressure and the heat turns up entirely.
They go back to some faster stuff on this.
Chalk just trying to sidestep most of this one, but the one tag to connect, to leave. We're back forwards still. There's claim to the life. Now move forwards as well. Chalk not willing to let that space go to waste. Immediately asserts himself back onto the lane angle, and LEV have been stopped in their tracks.
Really good defensive B-Link from G2. The way that Jorg and LEV played off each other there was pretty perfect.
This might be too many rounds already for G2, man.
To keep pushing up
the barrel.
After seeing what LEV's defense looks like.
The timing's missed.
Perfect angle.
Yeah,
absolutely
it is.
perfect.
G2
and Jorg is the only player right now
now
on G2 that's allowed to be off the leash a little bit. You saw him early on with the judge pushed up, the only player pushed up. Here with the op, taking him for a walk. Doing a great job of just filling in that space behind Leaf's ultimate.
Yeah. And
causing big problems for Leviatán.
Yeah, just as one player. I mean, there's no supportive util behind him. This is, you know, something that G2 are kind of used to, I think, as well. They just leave
Power G2's best map? Nah, it's probably Lotus, I would say. He's not supported
entirely, but he's that kind of player.
One of the things that I think LEV have done best with this young team
like Lotus is their best map these
days.
To
win in all scenarios.
Yeah.
Taking the play, making the risk that you need to be able to win a game, rather than playing cautiously and just hoping that your opponents are going to make mistakes. Last couple of rounds, feels like they've lost that a little bit. That killer instinct doesn't quite seem to be there to the same degree, and you can understand why if they want to throw a mix-up into things and run a little bit of a slower pace game. But they need to be
in this fast seed will be hard with the meta changing no reps.
If you've got the read by now, after the first
depends on the style of the team, man.
G2 are sat back.
LEV,
where's the next layer?
Where's the kind of team that should thrive with a first seed. Set strat kind of team. They got the most to change. They need that extra time.
G2 grouped up for a bit of a fight into A main.
Yeah, funnily enough.
Maybe they can get used to the stage and stuff, but they're such an experienced team that
basically every time.
I don't know, man. I don't buy into the people not wanting to be first seed and it being a disadvantage. But I'm just a set strat heavy kind of guy.
Play here with a util, but it's all gone a little bit wrong there for G2. Still barely able to get out.
It was a nice idea.
Yeah, conceding the
Depends what your playstyle is.
Missed his stun a little bit there, I think. G2 trying to run a trap play of their own, but they don't look quite as drilled and practiced as LEV do.
No.
On the other side of the map, though, there's none of that pushing things even further from Neon. I want these lurkers of Neon and King to be trying to push the envelope a little bit.
Really scared of taking a risk right now.
Yeah, but you do have
especially
to
with America's having less time.
Like
dude, imagine being in EDG spot right now. Must be unbelievable.
G2 are experienced enough that they will punish you for that.
How much time do they get until they play their first game? Actually like 5 weeks.
Blows, just causing issues, a lot of attention being drawn towards him.
I just feel like you should win the event, to be honest. Not gonna lie.
Waiting on the side. It's triggered.
6 weeks? Dude, I'm telling you, if you gave LEV 6 weeks,
30 seconds again,
they would have so much good set stuff that they would just win.
Biding their time. Neon. It's an excellent kill. It's returned immediately, though, by Baby Bay, and he's making sure to shore up the gaps. So we're going into Con. What is the play here? Cosmic Divide, I don't think they even go. Back to A, they're all the way through. Jorg, he's filling in the gaps now.
Oh my god, dude, he had no idea.
Spike will answer it back. In for that main angle. Spike, he has the spike in his hands. Blows, covers the angle anyway. Plan needs to go down.
9 seconds, and they've just managed to do it. LEV somehow, in the midst of all of that scramble, found themselves an open site. But now they've got to play a post plant and not just allow G2 to walk back in.
Chaos, but they have inserted Spike. Is that first obstacle to be removed for G2? Close onto the default angle. Let's see if it is preempted. Yes, snaps to the side by Leaf. Now into that 2v2. Shocked has rebounding, but already Blows is spotted out entirely. And Sado, he's on a flank timing right now.
Oh, a great
Time
plan.
is of the essence. Blows just needs to pull as much of it as possible out of them. Collecting the kills forward again. Believe.
Bruh, he's committed to the swing already before he had what kind of tap it was.
It's another disadvantaged situation that G2
Dude, how do they win these rounds, man?
Yeah, LEV trying to be disciplined.
I'm telling you, they got too
nobody
many rounds already.
swings off Spike's contact, and this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, man. If you give respect to G2, they will beat you around the head with it. They've won trophies for a reason. Yep. This team is incredible. On, the player quality is incredible. There have been times Across the last few years where you could have picked out any of the G2 players and talked about them being best in the world at various different moments. And Leaf is no exception. He closes that one out by winning the head-to-head against Sato. And now the money is looking weird for Lev.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but they have a tour de force. At least the player out for Neon, he's making sure diligence shown. He's clearing all the angles where there could be a player.
Well, he found an opening over here towards B and then got traded immediately. So maybe they're thinking, if we can just play a slow round and group up,
He's
we can
got
trade
the
out
best
on B.
pull from each region.
Now with that fast lane as well. It does signal quite a bit, trying to play inside of this one. It's a great stun. Spike
It's a hard
all
one.
the way through. Wonderful
Oy,
work.
oy, oy.
Yet still, baby Bay.
I
Ran
would
down.
say
Leaf did manage to find a
in
kill in the midst of
EMEA, it's
all of
either
it.
Gentlemates
King
or
to tap. He's looking
Vitality.
for the next level and
In
layer
Pacific,
out of G2's game
it's
plan to see if they
just T1.
open themselves
Maybe
up.
full sense,
See if they
but I
can
think
take a fight.
just
This time a
T1.
hard committal.
In Americas,
Prowler
it's
as well. This is going to be pushing him back into spam from the heaven angle. Damage done to Spike, yet still kicking. Bullet to the brain of Leaf. Quick shots to try and see if they can get the punish. Trent is way out to the open into heaven, but now tucking towards it. Spike still not down here for Leviatán, but the longer they wait, the worse it gets. G2
Wait, they didn't see him cross.
got it all watched and now retreating.
30 seconds
More
left.
passive positions, realizing it is that 1v2 for Neon.
I mean, he has got time if he wanted to.
He's gearing up to go in
Oh,
a
he's
different
going for
direction.
it.
This
Nice.
is very unanticipated.
They're starting to consider
There's
it,
only
right?
20 seconds left though. At
Nah,
some
they
point.
just
He has to
double
make
up.
noise.
He's
I mean,
coming
they will
close.
hear
He's
him at
really
one
coming
point.
close. He doesn't want to have to make noise because he doesn't know if they're in spawn, but there's
You gotta
13
run.
seconds at some point. You
Nah,
gotta
he's
run
fine.
the time. And now they
10
hear it.
seconds left.
Signs of life towards it. They immediately
Oh,
turn their
boy.
attention like hounds on the
Gets the
scent.
plant,
We
TP
can see if they
away.
can shut this one down, and they got to know that Neon has to plant this now. It's playing for the win con. Shogun just runs him down. Rendezvous. Back to safety. 2 HP.
2
Still alive, and that
HP?
means there's still
Surely
a
not.
chance. Holding his nerve, but again, when against the Odin spam, what can you
Against
do?
an Odin. Yeah.
Creative way of trying to play that, Neon.
Yeah.
But G2 lock it
Yeah,
up.
I like the idea.
Had the better weaponry. Managed to
Velocity,
scrap
thanks
out
so
in the
much,
midst of
man.
that
Appreciate
B
the prime.
exec
Appreciate the 5 months.
and take the lead 6-3. This is why Neon is getting
Yeah, I do
This
Velocity.
is what
But again, it
Spike
depends
just
on the
did
team.
there.
It should have been a giant
Absolutely
advantage
overwhelming
for
anchor player.
for Toronto,
That would
but
have been a cute little
every
magician's
first
trick
seed
if
just got
Neon
wrecked.
could have somehow pulled that one out. But these rounds are now going very rhythmically the way of G2.
Yeah.
Lev have really not put together anything here on the board. They won the pistol and 1 rifle round.
That's about it. It's not much to show. The definite cause for concern here. That's why they're taking a timeout, because you might be leading for now in this series, the pivotal one at that, but the job's not finished. And right now they're playing like it is the case. They are, I mean, just getting caught up into the slow pace, essentially.
Yeah.
There's no forcing of the issue.
You could argue that it's a bit of overthinking. I mean, they had a game plan that was previously working pretty well for them on the attack side, but in an effort to try to swap things up, they are running a lot of torturously slow rounds.
Yeah, just
And
go for
G2
set shots, man. Just try to go
super happy
fast.
for that. Super ready.
It's hard with
They
the
were
it's hard with
kings
the
of
Vice,
slow
but maybe you
rounds.
can go for
Valorant
splits.
knows how to call the tortoise round.
Exactly. They're born in it, man. Molded by it, so. G2 have been trying to throw in a couple of mix-up rounds, but nothing, I think, that should be forcing this level of pace from Lev. A couple of things to navigate, of course, but we'll see what they've got up their sleeves. Other side
Should
of the
make a
timeout
plan
now.
around
Neon
Sato's ult here.
holding on to the operator. Okay, setting the fast lane up towards that art area, but
I mean, where are we?
G2! They're taking it one step further. Dominating! Complete control
God,
and a collapse
G2 read
onto the
this
players
so
of
well.
Leviatán. You can't hold up against it.
What a read coming out of the
Yeah, what
timeout.
a read.
Crazy read.
Amazing adjustment.
Big fight
Anticipating
over
the Lev were
towards
gonna
middle.
do something more aggro, a little bit pacier, instead of
We
contacting around
deserve
the
split.
map.
Ah, mate, we're getting split.
And Jorg again is the
They
one
got
that's
way
let
too
off the
many
leash a little bit. He just goes running around in mid.
His fast lane causes so many problems.
Yeah.
Cuts up all the sight lines. They can't trade out effectively. Lev are just ISO'd.
And Baby Bay's just there providing the support. He's been so solid. Absolute rock solid player, Baby Bay.
Yeah, ever since they've consolidated his roles. I mean, there's a point that Wyatt brought up the other day, but he's been flourishing ever since they've simplified the game for him, Vice and Chamber.
Yeah, funnily enough, this meta actually works fairly well for G2 if they can lean into it. Can Trent close?
He's holding this angle. Almost snaps to it. A lot of damage done, though. He does reveal his position, and he might have to cross up into this Neon. Posted up onto the high ground. Dart towards the back. You're in danger of being spammed, and that's exactly what Close was planning for.
Got to play on side against Astro.
Down here, Cosmic Divide is being committed. G2 are not trying to let anything slip, and it has separated the players momentarily. And just locks on, snaps to the dome of blows. Electrocuted here.
Just
Neon
insta-gets out of there.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to keep the operator into this.
At least they got the Astro out of them, to be fair.
Heading towards round 11. G2 have done enough to be able to close things out there. As soon as they recognize where both of those LEV players are, you see the defensive rotate immediately. The comms looking good. They get up to 7.
What do you think about the performance in the EWC? What's it mean for the rankings of Stage 2? It doesn't mean too much for the rankings of Stage 2. It's like good to look at comps and stuff, but I wouldn't think about it too much.
So at home here.
He's dominating. You can see just that wall.
It means more to some teams than it does to other teams.
No idea what these players might be because of it.
Jorg will be looking forward to playing on the global stage too.
Kickoff will be way better than Stage 1 and Kickoff,
for
sure.
Home when the lights are shining brightest.
Jeez, they doubled down on the aggression on middle.
Punish onto Leviatán once more, and it does force that reaction. See the runner back being used. A lot of presence. Leaf is just looking for a bit of that space. Danger there. Trips a trademark in the process too.
Yeah, that's not bad value actually.
How did LEV get this good in this stage when no one expected it? I wouldn't say no one expected it. They were.
But now you got to be worried.
They're one of the.
Did G2 have slightly more
they got one of the best mechanical
teams
in terms of up and comers.
Timeout.
They weren't good in kickoff because they were playing slow and Neon wasn't even 18 yet.
In A main, this is something that they haven't been doing very much. Is taking risks like this. I could absolutely see it.
Like I would say, there's quite a few people that were pretty vocal about this team. I had them going on a lower bracket run once they got Neon for the first Masters.
Yeah, how clean a LEV.
Like I had that much belief. Dryad was a big believer from the beginning. Like, this has always been a stacked team, man.
Now, what do they do about A main control?
It's just their style of play was the one that kind of put everyone off.
Hold on, double
they played so slow.
And now we see that wall propped up. Recall with the star, adjusting. That is just disgusting.
Now they play fast. It's like
Leaf. He's locking onto the craniums now. Hot hand feeling it. And now the rest of the kills can just flood and flow all the way in. Spike trying to put a stop to it. Glides and slides his way into the back, but time is again completely out of it. LEV, it's the one resource that they never have enough of in these moments right now, but Spike is doing his best.
There's so many situations which are just like one person surviving.
Finding his time. Hold on. That is unbelievable.
Dude, that's close, man.
The composure.
Yeah, to just let him run by.
He doesn't fire a bloody shot.
That is a brilliant play by Leaf. He has dominated that round.
It's unlucky for Spike not checking the corner here.
Mechanics, intelligence, the full package.
How do you win a round by not firing a shot?
Oh, that's amazing.
That's ridiculous.
As soon as Spike doesn't clear him, the adrenaline must have been surging.
No way.
And he's just thinking,
he's like, no way, I could have won it.
Crazy. The tension on Josh's
He's like, I actually could have won this.
Experience diff made manifest in a moment like that. Now with that up and still adjust. That's Neon brought down. Fast and loose though. That's the way that LEV want to play it for this final round of the halves. And Overdrive had already ripped his way across alongside the Ultimates, looking to see if they can once more pave a path forwards into this. Jorgamo sweeping in and out, and he's managed to wrangle it. Control of the rifle, puts down Spike forwards to Sato. Looking for a bit more here, but it's being watched for. Ground down to Pulp. Not much you can do from a spot like that.
God, they got annihilated, and this is meant to be their better half, LEV.
Now is what LEV are staring
Troy
at
with the prime. Appreciate the 11 months,
It has been dominant on this half. Trent will take first contact. He was willing to go down regardless. The flash forwards, they know exactly where King is. And a four-piece to finish up the half. Jorgamo on fire.
There was a pistol in this as well.
Are amazing currently for G2 on Pearl. This is their map. Last couple, if you were looking at the Phoenix head-to-head, Sato has been all over Leaf. And now in this
we're doing the last one, Brad. It's going 5th map, so we're done the last one.
Jorg has gone through every gun in the game, by the way.
Yeah.
He's looking amazing on them all.
Judge, Bucky, Odin. Operator now.
It's an incredible half and a great adjustment called by G2. King was looking lost with his attack side call in there.
LEV needs something desperately at this point. It's a 9-3 half, and it should have been a decider for Leviatán, but it looks like even more likely we'll be heading to that 5th. We'll find out after this.
LEV here. I mean, this was always going to be the map they were going to lose, to be honest. But I mean, I did think that for G2 on Fracture, though, to be fair. Didn't LEV win the pistol? Yeah. So many map 5s, that's good, though. Did the, a lot of the playoffs games in EMEA and Pacific and stuff didn't really hit. PaperX just annihilated everyone in Pacific. Neither did America's. I mean, America's lower bracket was just 2-0s all the time as well. Heretics Vitality, that was a good final, yeah. Who's the favourite for London? It's PaperX, man.
That we haven't really talked about too much, but fighting for a chance to lift that trophy himself. He was talking about it. His team has already.
Might be the first event we've had for a long time where the favourite is like heavy favourite, I would say.
He's an individual as well. He's had some, I mean, a crazy career, hasn't he? He said it himself, going back to casting and whatnot.
Well,
back to being a pro player.
I mean, look across the stage. I love this stat that Mimi was talking about earlier. When Baby Bay went to his first LAN as a pro player in 2012, 4 of Leviatán were in Kingdom.
Heretics is the top team for London. Yeah, they got good map pool. Kind of just depends on the Kosh stuff. But I don't think he jumps, abuses as much as Spike.
It is an insane stat line.
LEV could maybe get this closer. Pistol bonus.
Brother, you are washed.
I am washed. Yeah, there's no hope for me.
LEV looking to take this fight maybe over towards double doors as G2 just back off. Might miss the timing here for a brawl.
Yeah.
We keep track of pistols? Yeah, it's full free.
They feinted as if it was going to be some kind of A split, but Neon's giving them good information on a fairly deep line in A main. And so LEV can keep 3 players on B. That'll be still a fairly strong side of the map as G2 look to run an exec.
How far will GE go? Yeah, no idea, man.
Jorgamo's entries that were
I got nothing on that.
On fire on the attack side.
They crumbled a little bit, but maybe that's a good thing.
Let's see if we can do it again.
Better to crumble early than it is on London.
Sets the pace forwards, though. There is no umming and ahhing about this one. A couple of straight shots, a bit of spam. Empty's almost out the entire clip, so
they're backing it up.
Backing it up. You have 40 seconds, no control of A main.
GE qualified for EWC, mate. Again, that's not the issue. I know they can win when there's no crowd and they're kind of chilling. The problem is when there's a giant crowd and they can't hear any sound.
Looking to try to take contact against Neon, push him off the line, but Neon's already dropped back.
If King spots it, maybe they're going to hear the rumble of the
like, trust me, they're good for the
and cues. Forwards is
low
the play
crowd
again.
environment.
12 seconds remaining. Open sight and open access to the plant now. Could have been some pushback, but what a pull.
Great calls.
Push and pull, listen, it continues. This is so damn risky! Jorgamo! An adjustment there in hand with that frenzy.
When he gets out.
Barely staying alive, Baby gets out of dodge.
Alan star?
Flash forward.
No star.
Sato looking to see if he can lay claim to a little bit of this space. Same with Neon.
Oh my god.
What is going on?
Dude, I had no idea. He baited so heavy.
Anticipating there could be a player back calls. It's Trent who puts the punish on, and now ring around the roses, making it difficult for Sato. No comfortable spot for him to try and play around. Too much to account for. Still adjusts. It's a good one. Snaps towards it. Now he needs to stick it. Sato!
Very nice, Valorant. Gonna make this one
do
easy.
It all. And so much in the face of that. Didn't have the time to play with. It's Valin with a bullet to the brain. He'll get that pistol round now for G2 up to 10 rounds.
How big is London?
What a call in this round. You can tell that
the
it
copper
wasn't
box? I think it's like
because they were almost going to go for a
between 8,000 to 12,000. I don't know how many they'll have.
Completely
I imagine groups won't have that many.
Leaf gives his life.
Groups will be like 1,000, 2,000.
Because he
then
makes
finals
the play
will probably
that they
be 10,000
need
roughly.
to that round
Maybe less. I'm not entirely sure.
You talk about him being at his best in high pressure moments because he makes plays like that.
Yeah. And LEV right now have been playing like they don't have that dog in them currently. Risky stuff on display, of course, on the eco, but Neon, you're caught way out of open.
Neon is Primi, essentially. Just
maybe a kill with a
eat everyone in B. We'll get A.
All the way back. The other eco stack of LEV is rapidly approaching to see if they can see any sort of damage, but full side being cleared.
Yeah. Throwing the spike over towards Leaf as well. He's pretty far away from gathering up his Phoenix ultimate, but
he can hunt a little bit. Maybe him and Valorant switches.
Take on these quad players left alive for Lev could certainly make something happen.
He did invest everything. I mean, could swap around Bulldog and a Spectre, see if he can run down, see if supercharge the ultimate. But not going to.
Will we ever get anything like 2023 champs? You must have in a big stadium.
Well, Leaf hunts
I mean, champs this year could be mental, mate.
Keep trying to do
Valorant's never been bigger in China than it is now. They could go huge with it if they wanted to. They should go huge with it.
Was all based around Jorgamo last time.
They should actually just show off
with
with
that
it.
bonus again. And they were looking in their previous match to try to abuse the trip.
I hope they go really ambitious, man.
Keep an eye on that one. G2 ran through mid, walled off the trip, and got Jorg on a flank through water. Really deep pathing on the bonus. G2, I'm sure, will have some different kind of idea for how to keep this snowball going. They've won so many rounds in a row here. Round 5 just feels like a blip.
Yeah. Barely anything on the board here for Leviatán. They haven't been able to keep it moving, put anything together to even have a chance of trying to close out the series here.
So this is the trip that I was talking about. And they were able to get pathing all the way through deep water last time on the bonus. Lev not thinking about that same strat happening again, deciding to group up heavy on B.
Yeah, big fight willing to take place here with a fast lane, flash through, Haunt on the other side of things here. This is the danger zone for these Lev players, yet Sliggy still comes up with the goods. Finds it forward, same with Sato.
Nice shots on this, fair play.
Raining down the
banger
lead.
shots there.
It's enough to get a collection of
What
kills.
makes Paperex better for you than G2? In this current meta, Paperex is better at everything than G2 in this current meta.
Much more comfortable
and Maple.
Situations like that.
Yeah, able to set the pace, I think, as well.
The only thing that G2 really have going for them is their heavy Vice lean. Might help them.
That round win here. Beautiful shots, but they have a long road ahead if they want any chance of trying to drag out this map to the bitter end.
I think the more that they can try to create those teamfight brawls, the better they'll be. The slow, contacty style that they bring out every now and then doesn't seem to really favor the players. When I see Spike and Sato brawl in fights like that, that's where they look their most comfortable.
Yeah.
When they run those set, fast rounds on attack.
Can't keep them caged.
Yeah.
Congrats, G2, beating Paperex. Dude, it might be a good meta for G2.
For G2 to try to avoid those fights wherever
in
they
the 13-0 patch, whatever it is, the Senti Initiator buff.
See if they can bob and weave.
Flash and a take.
You get Leaf back on that Viper.
Stun as well to just push them
Baby
back.
Bay might be able to play Senti. Could have double Senti maybe. Who knows?
Towards Art now. Again,
depends what they do, man. Gotta be careful with those changes. I'm always worried when we get big changes, but
want to scrap Valin.
At this point, it should be good.
Not just the bullets, going straight past the ears of both players there. Missed the timing on it. They back themselves.
Baby Bay can win this duel.
Overextend. Neon's deep position. It's a concern that he could get punished here, but the fast lane's going to be prompt
Flash
up
goes out.
to try and fake that B presence. Push back Neon off the B
it's good from him though. Creates a lot of pressure.
It leaves a little bit
to
of
say fake's going to work well.
Question marks across the map.
Might not even be a fake, to be honest.
Yeah, they've had to drop fairly heavy off the A site right now. Where is Valin leading the troops? They're going back into a B split.
Maybe feeling. I mean, they definitely keep him Leviatán side guessing. They're keeping us guessing too.
They've got a flash and a Haunt to try to get out, but this is a very tight choke
30
point.
seconds
yeah.
left.
Spot the presence here. Thorns into the back of Paul. He's going to know that Neon's there. Now he's spotted out where the players are. That's the confirmation that Lev were looking for now. They're going to send it flying through regardless to try and help him out. Spike is forwards now into the back of the walls. Baby Bay, it's a good trade.
Oh, big kill.
Inside G2.
Ah, it's unlucky, man.
Well,
Baby Bay was going for it here.
And just tears through them.
That's what you were seeing from the guy on Ascent. He's been a little quiet here on Pearl, but the more that he can get involved, the better it's going to look. Let's take another step forwards to trying to make this comeback a reality. But like you said, Ren, it is a long, long road. Baby Bay was like a turret in this spot too. They needed that little bit of grace with Sato finding two lined up.
So have the other maps been? You just got longer. This is the most one-sided map, mate.
As well.
The other maps have been pretty good, actually.
Keep them on the ropes like this and keep breaking their eco over.
First two are really good.
It's always these rounds, though.
It is, it is. Yeah, whenever you have a comeback cooking,
yeah,
you take your foot off the gas at one point against an eco. And next eco.
Yeah, maybe next eco, maybe not now. Overdrive though for Jorg.
Yeah, Jorg will look like a menace in this round though.
Yeah, it's got a bucket too, so see what they do with it. Contact for now, but looking to probably explode out when they get close.
He's 5-1 in first duels on this map.
Looking to add another one to the tally here. Maybe taking that first contact, trying to feign like it's just a lurking Sentinel play, but Habsburger running them all the way down now. Lines it up there from the Prowler, forced to respect it. Neon,
hey, good luck on sight. He's on his own.
Connects, and now
oh, bro, that looked on though. Did he sidestep left?
Delivers it straight into the back, evens it out, and more. Gets some of the advances they were looking for. Maybe as low as anything now. Spike's going to be using an overdrive zone, but he just bides his time for now. Straight through the window. Well, he's going to be sent flying forwards, baby.
That's unlucky. He had
missing the mark there. Couldn't quite collected onto the heads. Trent from a spot like this. 1v3. He's hoping for the best here, just rattling off shots, but
there's a great flash from Sato. The right flash there, that was good.
Navigate the danger that is that eco.
Yeah, Jorg got the opener. He's 21 and 11, but guess who's right there with him? Matching him pace for pace throughout this
Spike
map.
did incredible.
Spike.
Yeah, he's straight there, isn't he?
He's been good.
Spike is doing great. What a story this guy has as well. Wins Ascension, one of the big Neon players that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then comes in, Tier 1, plays for 2G, and we're like, these guys, they didn't play with their full roster. They don't actually look that hot. But Spike himself had quite a lot of potential. Now he's returned on a different team and back to the Neon with a chance to win Americas.
Potentially.
Incredible stuff.
Trophy in the middle of the stage.
Who will be the last spot in EWC for the 4 Koreans, mate? I got no idea.
The grips of any of these players on
Probably
either side
T1,
of the
right?
stage. There's the punish. It's King. Just sidestep inside that one into the fast lane. An adjustment onto the horn, but not enough. Trent to get a trade off, but still.
He is alone with the spike.
He is alone with the spike, and
he needs reinforcements.
Play it down. He does need the reinforcements. But I call for that risky play. Hold on, they just decided to take the fight straight to him. It's a flash forwards, and Spike is so on
everyone.
Incredibly sharp shooting. With every round, it's Lev that get a little bit closer.
Good caution as well. Good discipline to reconnect with Neon instead of trying to take that fight alone.
Yeah.
No opportunity for Baby Bay to get back in.
It's a wide face here. Fakes out the first shot, but not too sure if you want to go back into that. You have 50 seconds to play with.
It's a very tough situation that Baby Bay finds himself in.
It is.
And Lev, their defense side ideas, just double up the duelists at all times.
Timing like this, blows
very nice. They're getting it kind of close. They force him down to an eco. When should we start believing it?
Ways to get back into this.
They've let the leash off the duelists a little bit.
When he's starting to believe, I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to consider it.
Spike and Sato to double up and roam around.
I believe at 11-10.
King does great, by the way, in this position. But this kind of refight, Spike and Sato are really comfortable in spots like this. Don't call it a comeback, but this is 4 in a row for Lev here.
Yeah, it's
definitely real.
That's the problem, though, as soon as you start to believe.
G2 once more knocked down to weaker guns and weaponry. It's no armor and a rifle for Baby Bay.
Going for a wonder into mid is a dangerous thing to do on an anti-eco like this.
They don't care that they've been doing it all series.
Yeah, they have. They've been mixing it up and playing sometimes more aggro on defense when there's more risk.
Awkward Prius roast him extra for me.
There's been a lot of anti-ecos going either way, though.
Yeah, still blows. That's a hell of a shot to hit, especially when Leaf is hard committing that one, Jorg. Forwards and through past that molly, but he takes a ton of damage in the process with that Bucky in hand. He's hoping for the right timing.
Was it your choice or Riot choice?
Punishing a peek from any potential
If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, V Bucky.
Nightfall even being committed here. This is Lev. They'll have to skip past a lot of this now onto the site. Leaf has got to try and put a stop, and Jungma does find that kill into the back of pit. A bit of spam, and the dart reveals all. Leaf, who's caught out into the open. Steel Garden. It's been a hell of a situation like this, and these are ults committed at G2. They're trying to convert it, but Spike is way ahead of it. Already fighting them forwards. Have earned onto it.
It's a bit of a big win, man. They got some ults out.
No way in hell he can batter his way through this one.
It's a big win.
Lev.
They
made the most around like that, and not just that. I mean, it's G2 throwing ultimates into it.
The ults.
Yeah, they really thought that one was winnable. They came in with a
went
light
all in on this.
I don't mind the idea of throwing some ults in once they'd already got themselves into a position. You know, they find the opening pig. It feels like it could be a spot where they're able to utilize the Steel Garden and make things favored for them when it comes to the economy. But Spike with a shorty in hand turns everything in Lev's favor, and he's now matching Jorgamo at the top of the table.
Right. Dude, their whole ult cycle is just fully gone. They got Astro, that's it.
Silver lining for G2 is perhaps that, you know, there were ults expended on the left side. Cosmic Divide had to be used, but
that was a bad round.
They are losing grip of this map, and this is the map that's
You get so much belief after that round, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're
You actually know they just messed up.
Charge up all of those ults and use them in a big rifle round.
They're panicking.
That's the massive downside of thinking that that previous situation was winnable.
They're struggling. Still in the lead.
Do you believe now? Nah, not yet.
Yeah, okay. Dodge the timing here, and there's a
You should start believing after that round, but
timing, but they want to jump.
it's G2.
Here and now.
It's G2.
Divide. Splits up most of the side here. Blows is just happy to concede again most of the space.
Because they're lost all, by the way.
The team.
We get to see another post plant for G2. They're normally amazing in spots like this, but they let the last one slip.
Oh, he's forward again. He's just spotted an inclination of these players. He barely put him down.
Saw these two here,
this
though.
guy's going to be respawning soon enough.
Yeah.
Neon watching onto the line and the angle. Operator in his hands. And again, the poking and prodding of
a lot of big jaws here.
So
Leaf has to go big, Jorgum has to go big.
A lot of committal into this one, but they're already a player down. And now, swiftly overwhelmed, most likely here, Leaf,
Well, they didn't get any.
He's going to be
I'm not
leading
sure
his
that...
match, Baby Bay, adjusting, but
Oh,
doesn't
Baby
expect
did
that other
unbelievable.
player. Now it just leaves it into Trent's hands, 1v2. They're putting everything into this. Raw
Team
spam, a couple of
bullets.
bullets, but King now onto the defuse, sticking and defended in kind.
Dude, that's the
Leviatán,
whole ult cycle, and they got
one
no
round
rounds
at a
for
time
it.
is how they've been approaching it, but it is working and paying off to fruition.
These A retakes look extremely drilled from LEV. The players are always going in the same kind of positions, but they're holding hands, they're together, they're trading it out.
Dude, you gotta have a timeout here, surely.
G2 are having a bit of a wobbler here. Valen walking alone into Neon when they know that that's where the guy is. That's where Jorgum killed him in the previous retake.
Yeah. Valen is not having a great map so far. We haven't been saying that at all, really, in stage one. This IGL, the pressure is immense on his shoulders, don't get me wrong, but he has always been able to consistently perform regardless of that.
Prius over you.
Sometimes
We're
being
cooked,
the playmaker,
dude.
the hero that his team
We're
needs.
so cooked.
And remember,
Name
in the first
value,
half,
man.
King was having an absolute nightmare calling these
Nepotism.
attack side rounds as well.
Yeah.
I think a bit of a difference being Valen's actually getting his team into post plant. Like, he is actually calling his team into some winnable positions, but then their post plant protocols and their awareness of how LEV are going to go for the retake is off. That's what I would expect this G2 timeout to be about. Josh, asking them to play the post plants a little differently. We can see pings on the minimap as well. A couple of pings in art, a couple of pings in A main. So presumably the players as well talking about how they want to drill these post plant situations and set up that positioning. It's normally such a strength for G2.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this doesn't make sense, surely. Surely we got that guy with the armor with this. Who knows?
They had one hell of a series yesterday, don't get me wrong.
They did.
Little timeout on this.
We don't often talk about it, but it takes a lot, honestly. It's a mental toll to try and run back multiple high-intensity matches like this. Might be seeing evidence of it now as we see G2 are slowing down. Struggling to get a bit of a move on, but now there's an eco from them. They're taking more risks with it. There's a nice seize and a volley on top of it. A flash forward, so left to try and fight again, but it's a feed that is filled up in teal. Leviatán in complete control.
Dude, it's a good read on this
Another
as well,
team fight, another brawl,
as much
another
as we
scrap, another
kind of
round
complimented
to
G2
Leviatán.
for having a good read on what's happening in the timeout, Lev just did it
I
straight
think you
back
can
to
start
him.
calling it a comeback.
Yeah, I said I would believe it 11-10.
G2 was so in control of that first half. But both teams have only been able to put together basically a pistol and a follow-up on attack. Lev won one rifle round. Who knows?
He's
That
nearly
might
got
make
a
the
double with
difference.
that.
Yeah, genuinely, as odd as that is to say, Lev are one round away from evening it up. A hell of a comeback. Firmly on at this point. It's all to play for. Flash through the window here. Horns again with the reveal.
They're faking that they're doing that same level of mid-pressure.
I mean, they realize early that
Lev
they're
clear it
fighting.
really quickly.
Fake
The
smoke
Lev players are
here,
super confident
for
right now,
sure,
so
you know
Spike
they're
and
just
Neon,
on this one angle.
go
So they
for that
fake
little
smoke,
extra
they
peek.
create pressure over towards A as they
But
know
there
they're
is gonna be
fighting
pressure
middle.
on King's
That's all they
plate
had to
right
do
now.
for it. Now they can just straight up hit B.
Information, just spots a Neon
Holy
out.
King, we're going for a play,
Smoke,
mate.
sidestep. He's gonna have to be
Oh, mate,
removing
he's
his
so dead.
presence from it. A prowler
Oh,
catching.
he's
That's
still running.
accidental. What is that?
Mate, stop moving. You're in
The
thorns.
kill almost goes down to the
Jesus.
thorns in the process. But he's bought time for the team to get back
He's
in.
gonna go down.
That's the big player. That's Jorgum down. That's the guy who was getting the
Dude,
entries
how
and doing the job
did that
for
kill
G2.
even go down? He's full
Noise.
running here.
Patience played for by G2.
Remember, they had that round previously where
It wasn't
Valen
even a
called for
bad
them
call
to
from G2. It
run
was pretty
back over
good.
towards A, turned it into a fake, and they ended up going for the B re-hit. I think that's in the back of Lev's mind here.
Yeah,
they're keeping the stack on B.
You have big tools to work with. Baby Bay, critical player. If he can tuck himself into that corner, steal garden, could obliterate the hold that Lev have onto this one with 35 seconds left to jump spot. Spike's hoping for signs of life right now because they are left guessing, but still, there were a stack of bodies in the right place. Lev, they are in a prime position here. Now they see it. Presence of the players. Smokes are going to be popped up and a bit of spam. Why not? Sent down into those lines. See if you can hunt and fish for a couple of kills. What is that movement? Leaf somehow avoids it. Still guarding forwards, but shorty in hands. You don't want to overstep yourself here. The plant does need to go down. Composure held by G2. They don't overplay their hand here, but leave.
Big kills.
A hero
has his ult as well. Tucks into the corner. He can pop it.
It's an ult earned up, and he's going to use it right here, right now. They cannot let this opportunity slip.
4v5. This is my fault for believing.
Trying to bait out these peaks, bait out the shots. Fade back away, better spam into the corner, but it's a 1v3. Entrenched positions from G2. They do not want to let this round slip away. It took everything. But they're going to be rewarded on the other side of things here. Blows will dish out a bit of damage. It's instantly returned. G2 find that magical 12.
Relief there. I saw that one too. He goes to close.
Steps up just like he did in the first half.
He did incredible here.
This round is on him, man. Those 2 kills at the back of halls. He's delivered the goods. This was ridiculous.
2 bullets the Prowler and gets the kill behind.
The Leaf gets the first, dodges the shot from Neon, who's almost always good for it. And Valin breathes a sigh of relief as Leaf gives him one opportunity here of 2 to be able to close things out.
One more round, worst case scenario OT, but it is breathing room nevertheless in G2.
Like this from Lev though.
Choking for air really.
Insta fake pressure over towards A, then get ready with the trap play. Make it look like you're holding this, and then obviously
very patient play.
Some reactions for some teams are just going to be to take out.
Into any area, give up, and make a mistake. There could be spell and defeat in a round.
I'm looking at Blows here. Blows with the Hunter's Fury is going to apply a lot of pressure if the time ends up ticking down. Valen's taking an earlier timing into A main, but Blows has got to survive.
Time in the mark. And we see it. Molly's going to be sent flying over
Dude,
towards that R
G2 have a crazy read on this, by the way. They've seen him do this before. Oh, they've seen him do this before. This guy at top mid had 2 running away as well. This should be it. This should be it. Look how much space they take. Bro, it's like they have radar hack right now. They're all over them.
Forwards, Flash does connect, swinging through, fighting forward.
Bro, look at this round. That was nuts. Dude, I'm not even joking. As soon as they heard this util here, they knew this whole setup.
Team back to the line, but here it is. King and Sato in a 2v2. Still alive and still breathing, still kicking with opportunities, but Leaf still towards the back of the site, and now playing it disjointed for now, but this is it. Options have ran dry. King, time running out. You got to get a sprinter, and you got to get a move on.
That was nuts to watch. That was cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie, that was sick.
We are going to map 5.